Have you ever caught yourself saying something, but before you could bite your tongue, the words were already out, and you just wish, oh my God, I shouldn't have said that. Like, that's not what I wanted to say. It's just the anger, it's the frustration, it's the excitement. Like, you just say something and you can't take them back. I'm sure we've all had that moment. It's not just me. So while you're pondering on your worst, I shouldn't have said that moment. Hey vibers, welcome to episode 9 of My Two Cents on Vibing with Stacia. I remain your host, Stacia, and if you are new here, it's a pleasure to welcome you. We do have a tradition where we subscribe, turn on the notification, and stay tuned for posts like this every week. And to the OGs who know the drill, thank you so much for your immeasurable support. I appreciate you always coming back, supporting this baby channel as we're growing. Thank you so much. Now let's get into it. Story time. Okay. So while I was in secondary school, this was like years back, probably a decade plus now. One time in class, I was trying to sleep. It was we had those free periods when we had no classes, so no teachers. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me just sleep. I had my desk, my head was on my desk. And then there was my seatmate beside me. And I think she was really loud. And then she kept banging her locker and talking and disrupting my sleep time. And I was like, oh, okay. So, Chimabi, please, can you keep it down or like just stop disturbing me? And nah, she fled up. The next thing she started insulting me. For context, I'm Igbo, and back then I wasn't so fluent with my language. I could understand, but I couldn't really speak it. And my secondary school was in the southeast, a part of Nigeria dominated by the Igbos. So obviously, practically all the students were from that region and they could speak the language. So me, they quote unquote Oyibo, we no sabi speak the language. Okay, so she started insulting me in our language, and I was like, "Hey, Chim," I could understand her. So I was like, "Chimobi, can you stop?" She was like, she was like, "Talk." I was like, "Chimobi, can you leave me alone? Can you stop?" Let me also give background context. So because I don't know how to speak my language then as fluent, my dad will always say, if we don't want to learn the language, we better be super good with our English. So what I used to do then in school was I'll just bring out my dictionary and start learning new words. And if you ask me what I'm learning, actually, I was learning insults. Insults I had not seen that were long, massive. So I was like, look at this insult. I don't know why I was learning insult. I had a whole book of insults. Like, just it sounded nice when you use a big word that someone can actually find the meaning or guess the meaning off their head to insult them. I don't know why I was writing them down, to be honest. I'm not so insultive, really. But I had those lists and I've been memorizing them. So when Chimabi kept pushing me and she was like, talk. Like, I was like, Chimabi, please leave me alone. Don't provoke me. She was like, talk. She was insulting me in Igbo. I was like, this girl has touched the tail of the tigress. I started reeling out all the insult I wrote. The class was noisy. At the point where I got somebody, everybody kept quiet. They were like, what is happening? And I can't remember all the insult. Trust me, I can't even find that just that. But the last thing I said to her was, look at you. You think you're living. You're just existing. You're nothing but a walking corpse. The whole class went dead silent. Someone shouted, Baby London, how? What's up? Chimabi got really quiet. I think at that point I was like, oh, shit. I shouldn't have said that. I did too much. She was really quiet and I looked at her. She was, when something touched someone, she just went quiet. So I was like, Chimabi, I'm sorry. And she was like, no, you've insulted me. You've insulted me now. You've insulted me. I was like, but you started it. I told you that I didn't want to talk, that you should leave me alone. She was like, you've insulted me. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. From that day, or after that day, we became friends, funny enough. We obviously grew closer. And I think we now had mutual respect for each other. But I promised myself something that day. When I saw her countenance, I saw how those words affected her. I told myself that even if I'm angry, I'll learn to bite my tongue. I won't say things out of anger that I will regret. I won't go too far or say things that are hurtful to people, even if they deserve it. Because honestly, she started it, right? She was insulting me as well, but it doesn't matter. You know that Michelle Obama, if they go low, you go higher. And when Cardi B did that interview, she said, no, she's not Michelle Obama. She will go to hell. I literally went to hell with Chimobi. But after that experience, I took the Michelle Obama's route. I will go higher. If you try to sink, I won't sink to your level. I will go higher. And I think that's what I want you all to adapt. Go higher. Be the bigger person. Be the better person. You don't have to change, or you don't have to become demonic because someone was demonic or someone was nasty towards you. You don't have to pay that back with nastiness. I mean, sometimes I'm not saying you should take the nastiness or take rubbish in Nigerian language that people throw at you. You could always be stern. You could always give your warning without actually being derogatory, without actually being demeaning, without actually downgrading someone. You could stand firm and say, I don't like that, I won't tolerate it, and why I appreciate that you can be loud and whatever, but don't bring that towards me. You could be firm in your resolution without actually being demeaning. And that day I realized that. And this is so essential now because we are in a digital world and people hide behind their phones to say hurtful things to people, to hurt people with their words. Remember how we spoke about the power of the tongue? The tongue has the power to cut, to stab, or to heal. The things you say can either mar or make someone. And so that's why it's essential, it's important that we watch what we say, because once you say it, you can't take them back. Once you say something hurtful or nasty to someone, no amount of sorry can erase that words from their head. They will always remember it. When you say something really nice to someone, especially when they were in their lowest, they will always remember those nice things you say to them. They will remember how those words healed them, how those words uplifted them in a time when they need it. When people are struggling and you say things that are hurtful or downgrading to them, you keep them at their lowest, they would always remember it. There was a video I watched of a lady who was on a weight loss journey, and she was keeping vlogs of her running and running with weights and how much she's lost. She was still on the plus side, but she had lost considerable weight. She'd come a long way. And people were leaving nasty comments. And what she did was she screen grabbed the comments and the pictures of the people making those comments. And these were ladies who were on the plus size as well. They were so nasty. They were like, oh, you're ugly. You think you're losing the weight. You're still fat. You're ugly. And when I looked at it, I was like, why? If you admire what she's doing, if you feel like, oh, she was like you and now she's getting better, you could get on your weight loss journey too. You can do it. I think her videos should motivate you to do better and not to be nasty. If you can't say something nice to someone or something encouraging to someone who is on a journey, just scroll and pass. You don't have to type your comments. You don't have to. This is someone who has put themselves out there showing their progress, and you are trying to tear them down at a time when they need all the encouragement they can get. We've become so brutal with our comments, with our typing, with our words, that we forget that we are dealing with humans. And sometimes I forget as well. Growing up, I think I'm still a talkative. I think hence that's why I have this podcast. But I was always a talker. La 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 la. I'm always yapping. And my mom used to say I have bad mouth. in where journal. So because most times like my mouth, like if you say one to me, I'm already saying three. Like I'm trying to counter you, and I'm countering you with like baspos. But again, like I said, after that experience with Chimobi, I grew. I'm learning. I'm still learning. Because even right now, my friends they say, you have bad mouths. But I'm watching it. I'm more conscious of the things I say to people. And I try to understand when we are joking and when it has left banter to me being outrightly mean towards someone. Right? And sometimes, even if it's a joke, like you joke with something, you make a joke today about something, tomorrow don't be repeating the same joke. I have a friend I'm always yabbing, or I'm making a joke or making fun of something about, but at the point I was like, no, that's really mean. Like it as I need to watch it, I need to do better. And I think it's, you have to always put yourself in check. You have to always put yourself in check. Sometimes you might forget, but once you realize you've crossed the line, apologize. Yes, your apology will not erase that, but when you're sincere about the apology, next time you will not want to make the same mistake, or you will not want to cross the same line with your friends, with your colleagues, with your siblings, even with your parents, the things you say to them. Like imagine a child telling a parent you're the worst father. They could be the worst father, truly, I don't know. But that word will never leave their head. Imagine a parent berating their child, you are never good enough, your mates are this, you're never. That child will grow up feeling starved of love. So you should use your words to encourage people. Even if they are the worst, you don't have to sink low to that position. Let's share positivity, let's share kindness. You're not always going to have it, but if you can't say something nice to someone, it's better for you to just remain silent. It's better for you to remain silent. The Bible will put it in a way, I think Proverbs, it's better for you to close your mouth and people think you are wise than you open your mouth and people realize you're a fool by what you're saying. So I know it's better for you, for people to think, oh, you're not bad, or they can't say anything about you, than you open your mouth and they say, this person is really mean, this person is really wicked because of what you're saying. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So don't be a nasty person. You can choose to be better. Don't fill your heart with vile words, with things that will hurt someone, with things that will pull people down, especially when they are struggling. Right? Emotional intelligence. You might want to make a joke or make light of someone's situation, but not when they are in deep shit. You don't joke about something that is still fresh, they can still feel the hurt. You don't make a joke about your situation or in that manner. When you go on Instagram, on Twitter, people's comment, I read it and I'm like, you're under someone's post. This person is going to come back to read all these nasty things that you're saying about them. They made a post, they felt good about their post, only for people's reaction, for their comments, to make them cry like in their bedroom. We talk about suicide awareness, but sometimes there's social cyberbullying, the things that people say to people on the internet. It's just outrageous. Nobody is perfect, right? Nobody is perfect. And sometimes, even if you think they deserve it, all I'm saying is watch it. So choose today to use your tongue, your words to heal, to encourage people, to lift someone up, rather than saying, oh, you're not good enough. Tell someone you've got it and you're doing okay, you're progressing fine, rather than always tearing people down with your words. Encourage them. The same thing goes for relationship. Your partner is not perfect, and there will be days they will do things that will offend you, but out of anger, don't berate them. Don't say things that are hurtful. Don't say things to the father of your kids that will bring him down. Don't say things to the mother of your kids that will bring her down. This person is supposed to be the love of your life. It's like you tell, okay, probably your husband is struggling at the moment, and every day you're nagging him. Your mates are that. They are bringing home this. You're not man enough. He's going through it already. Do you think he doesn't know? Your wife just gave birth to your bouncy baby boy, and you're comparing her with Temi or Tedola. Look at Temi, your mate. She has snapped back, and you are just fat. You were a size 10 when I married you. Now you're a size 18, just eating and growing fat. Do you think she doesn't know that she's overweight? Or you don't think she's seen the mirror and she's looked at herself and how her body has changed? Don't you realize she's also battling with that internally? And this is the point where you should use your words to uplift her. And be a supportive partner. Encourage her on her weight loss journey. Support her. Motivate her. It's not easy. I'm not even on the plus size, but I know it's super hard for me to lose weight. So you can imagine someone who is on the plus side trying to get back to a size that they might never be again because of all the biological changes that comes with motherhood. Right? Your parents can be doing the best they can, but you're telling them other fathers are giving their daughters this, other fathers are providing their sons this. What did I get from you? They are doing the best they can. Appreciate their little efforts. Life is beautiful when we are all nicer to each other. And you're not always going to get people that are nice. And even the nice people, on some days, they are not really nice. But if we make little effort, we can all be better at it. If we make little effort. You know, there are times when you go to the comment section, you're like, this comment section passed the vibe check, because everyone is gassing or hyping the person. Rather than when they are making jokes or making fun or mocking them or saying things that are hurtful. So today, how are you choosing to use your words? Are you choosing to be on the mean side or the nice side? Are you choosing to scar someone for life or to heal them? People are going through a lot, and even if they wear smiles on their faces, you never know. Your uplifting words can be the thing that will take them through that day to see another day. Your uplifting words can be the thing that will stop them from going to commit suicide. And your hurtful words can be the thing that can drive them to their very end, because they can't take it anymore because of all the nasty things that people are saying to them. And when they go, you be like, they should have grew thicker skin. Not everyone has a heart of stone. Not everyone has built walls to protect themselves or shield themselves. The heart is so fragile. The human heart is so fragile. We are fragile beings. We need each other. We need to use our words to create a beautiful world and not to tear it down. We need to start choosing to stand up for what is right, to say the nice things, to encourage people. Encourage your kids, encourage your friends, encourage your partner. Use your words to boost their esteem. Use your words to elevate their feeling, their mood. Don't be the Debbie Downer, the person that is always party pooping and making everybody sad. Once you step into the room, everybody just goes, because the next thing they know, you're going to be throwing words that are really hurtful. This one will collect their own. This one will collect their own from you. You will say something nasty. You always have something nasty to say about everyone. If you say something nice about someone, compliment them. Don't say, it's not. Sometimes I do it. I know I'm guilty. So don't think I'm just saying it. I'm not perfect. But I think I'm always conscious and I'm learning to grow, and I learn from my mistakes. So be willing to change, be willing to learn, be willing to improve. And it starts by saying something really nice, something as good as good morning with a smile instead of you don't wake. Goes a long way. Like, hey, good morning, how was your night? Hope you slept well. These are like the basics. You get, oh, your gown looks really nice today. Oh, this really flatters you. Your hair is lovely. Rather than, you see, that's the difference. Or, why is she posting? This one thinks she's the next big thing. You could just say, well done, girl, and move on. Like when I make this podcast now and I post it, if you don't have anything to say, just scroll and pass. You don't have to comment and say, you're there sitting down thinking you're going to be the next. You don't have to be nasty. Just swallow the nastiness. So the next time you see a post, you want to say something nasty, swallow it. There's this trend now, people in the comment section. Gather here if you know you want to say something, but you're biting your tongue. It's better that way. It's better that way. At least the person can't read your mind. They can't see the nasty thing you want to say. But you've made your intention that you have a lot to say, but you will not say it. Self-control. You don't always have to open your mouth to say it. So if you're not going to open your mouth to say something really nice, just and pass. Bite your tongue and go. Okay? So our assignment this week is that as you start the new week, you are going to share and spread positivity. You're going to be nicer. If you see your colleague at work, compliment them. If they're wearing a dress that looks really nice, let them know your dress is lovely. If their shoe is nice, let them know their shoe is nice. Don't say, this one, she's only showing off because she can buy gown, because she can buy shoe. No. If you like the way your colleague is dressed, his suit looks really nice on him, let him know his suit looks really nice. If your partner dresses up to leave the house, let them know they look beautiful, they look handsome. If your kids come back with an achievement, a drawing, let them know they did good. It starts with one person uplifting the next. And if you're able to say something nice to someone, that person goes about their day saying nice things to someone else. I'm telling you, it happens. If someone pays me a compliment and I see someone and I pay the person a compliment as well. It's just because you're in a feel-good mood. So you are able to transfer that same positivity to the next person. But if someone says something nasty to you, you want to also say something nasty to someone else just to hurt them back so they can feel the hurt you're feeling. Sometimes the human psychology works like that. I don't know why. When you're in an environment where you're always getting downtrodden, you don't know how to give positivity because all you've experienced is nastiness, is embarrassment, is disgrace. You are always shoved to the corner. So let's change that, break that tradition. It's not going to be easy, especially when you've built that up as a habit, but you could start chipping off that habit little by little with one nice compliment a day. If you see a post, say something encouraging to someone pushing or giving something their best, rather than say, you will still come back and fail. No, right? If you see someone, say something nice. You could just ensure that every day you say at least one nice thing to someone. Let's start with one nice thing a day. And before you know, it becomes a habit, something that flows naturally from you. You're able to be like, hi Jane, nice suit. Hi Lily, you look great today. Hi Karen, lovely smile. Right? So it starts one step at a time. So just start practicing with one nice thing. So make sure for the week, on Monday you say something nice to someone, even if it's a total stranger. On Tuesday, say something nice. It grows that way. You start becoming a habit. You start complimenting, you ease into it. Okay, let's be better. We can do better. Let's cut out on. It doesn't matter your emotions. Don't blot out things that you will regret later because you're angry, frustrated, or sad. Okay? Good. I know we can do this. We've got this. We are a nice community. Have the willingness to change. If someone says they don't like what you say, apologize and take correction. Don't do it again. And even when you do it again, still sincerely apologize and become cautious of it. Okay? You are better. You can be better. You are made to be better. Let's spread love. Let's spread kindness. Let's spread compliments. Let's spread share. Let's spread encouragement. Let us use our words to heal. People are going through stuff, and your words can be the only thing that put a smile on their face for that day. You never know who you're healing with your sincerity, with your compliment, with your niceness, with your kindness. So choose to be kind. If you can be anything in this world, be kind. And thank you so much for sticking with me on this episode today. I will see you next week. And if there are times when you've said something, I shouldn't have said that, leave them in the comments. Let's talk about it. If there are times when someone has said something really nice to you that changed the trajectory of your day, of your week, of your month, or of your situation, you could also share that with us in the comment section. And if there are times when you said something really nice to someone and you saw how lit up their face became because of what you said, I would also like to hear it. Okay, let's share some encouraging testaments. Let's share some encouraging testimonies so that we could all learn, we could all grow. And I will see you next week. Bye bye, birds.